Ever found yourself stuck mid exam, staring at one question while the clock races? That's where most marks quietly disappear. In this level, you'll learn a simple decision flowchart so you always know whether to keep going, switch questions, or move on. Think of an exam like climbing a mountain. The start and finish matter, but most marks are won or lost in the middle. That's where many students step into sinking sand questions that suck up time and energy. Every extra minute stuck there steals marks from easier questions. Your job in that middle zone is to keep momentum, keep moving, and chase maximum marks per minute. Most people have that one question they just can't walk away from. You keep telling yourself, just one more minute and I'll crack it. Meanwhile, your time and confidence are leaking away. The more you stare, the more your brain freezes, and the worse the rest of the paper goes. Instead of arguing with yourself, let a rule decide. After a fixed time, pause, write any partial steps, mark it, and move on. When you meet a new question, you enter what I call the comprehension zone. For the first half minute, your only job is to slow down, read every word, and underline the key information or command words. Between 30 and 90 seconds, ask just one thing. Do I know exactly what this is asking and what method I'd use? If the answer is still not really at 90 seconds, that's your hard limit. Mark it, move on, and protect your time. Now let's look at questions where you began confidently, wrote a few steps, and then your brain jams. As soon as you feel that shift, start a mental clock. Ask yourself, have I actually moved forward in the last couple of minutes? If you're just circling the same idea, rewriting the same line, or staring at the page, you're in the stuck zone. Don't let 3 minutes quietly become 10. Pause, mark the question, and deliberately decide whether to switch. Behind the scenes, every question runs a tiny decision engine in your head. It has three quick inputs. First, comprehension. Do you actually understand what this is asking? If not, don't rush into solving. Second, method. Do you know a clear way to attack it? Here you label it A, B, or C based on your confidence. Third, value. Even if you can do it, is the time it needs worth the marks it gives? Those three checks drive every smart exam decision. Once that engine is running, you really only have three useful choices. If you understand the question and your method is working at a good pace, continue. Don't overthink it, just execute. If it feels confusing or clearly bad value for time, skip and mark it. Plan to return later. If you know the setup but the full solution is long, grab partial marks, then move. Staring at the page doesn't score. Choose a door quickly. Another way to see it, treat every exam question like a purchase. Your money is time, and the price tag is minutes per mark. You'd never pay $100 for something worth two, but students do that with questions all the time. When a question feels slow, pause and ask, is this efficient? If it's eating time for very few marks, move on. Your goal isn't to beat every question, it's to buy the most marks with the time you have. When you're stuck, the key question is, am I still thinking or just spinning? Productive struggle feels effortful but alive. You're trying different methods, writing steps, noticing patterns, maybe getting small pieces of the answer. Time passes, but you're making progress. Unproductive stuck feels tight and frozen. You reread the same line, erase the same step, your mind goes blank, panic rises. In this course, we switch away from unproductive stuff and allow limited time for productive struggle. Sometimes staying on a tough question is actually the smartest move. Think of these as green light moments. If you just spotted why your last method failed and now have a different, specific approach to try, keep going. If you're actively writing steps, not just staring at the page, keep going. And if your mind feels sharp and curious rather than panicked, you can safely ignore the timer for a bit and push for the breakthrough. Red light signals mean it's time to stop and switch. If you're rereading the question again and nothing new appears in your mind, you're stuck. If you keep rewriting the same equation or explanation, or erasing work over and over, that's also stuck. If your mind goes completely blank, mark the question, leave a tiny note of your last idea, and move on. Protect your time first. You can rescue it later. When you switch questions, act like you're dropping a save point in a game. First, clearly circle the exact step where you got stuck. Next, add a tiny two-word note, like check formula or stuck algebra, so future you instantly remembers what's wrong. Finally, record that question number on the front page. These three moves mean that when you return, you waste almost no time rereading and can restart thinking within seconds. Your aim in the middle of an exam is to stop reacting and start running a loop. First, give each question a quick 30-second scan to see what it's really asking. Next, assess, do you know a method and are the marks worth the time? Then commit and work while watching for signals. Steady progress is a green light, going in circles is a red light. Finally, decide, either finish now or switch and return later. Then repeat that loop. In exams, your goal isn't to finish every question perfectly. Your goal is to win the marks game. When a question feels confusing, give it one careful read. If, after about 30 to 90 seconds, you still don't see a clear path, don't sit there suffering. Mark it, skip it, and move to one you can actually score. Your homework: in your very next practice, strictly apply this 30 to 90-second rule to every tricky question.